And now, WJCL News, working for you.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. You're watching WJCL News at 6 o'clock. I'm Megan Schiller. We begin our newscast with a follow-up to a plane crash yesterday afternoon on St. Simons Island. The pilot of that plane, 68-year-old James Ronald Wood, is dead after crashing into a home on the island. WJCL's Brandon Lavornia spoke to the homeowner about this freak accident. And Brandon, I understand the family wasn't home yesterday afternoon, right?
Megan, they happened to be away, but when they heard what happened, they rushed right back to their home on St. Simons Island to see what was going on. It's a sound Trip Frederick hears quite often at his home on St. Simons Island. The McKinnon St. Simons Airport is just a few minutes down the road from his house.
This is the second busiest municipal airport in the state of Georgia.
He was even about to start taking flying lessons. That all changed Saturday afternoon around 1:30.
This is our dining room and kitchen area. This is where we live. He didn't even crack. No real structural damage. It's all just damage to the eaves of the house.
Frederick is referring to the pilot of this small yellow airplane. According to the FAA, it was 68-year-old James Wood from Brunswick flying the plane that crashed through power lines here on St. Simons Island and into the house behind me. Investigators say he was pronounced dead at the scene. The Fredericks were away during the time of the crash, and Wood was the only person in the aircraft.
Well, when we arrived, they were actually stringing a tarp between here, that red tarp that's on my truck. They were actually stringing it between the houses so you couldn't see.
The damage is minimal in Frederick's mind. In a couple weeks, his home will be repaired. Frederick says the Wood family is what's on his mind.
We got the project already rolling. I'm so sorry for the man's family. It's terrible.
Now, the Federal Aviation Administration is taking over the investigation. As of now, they're not sure what caused Wood's plane to crash. However, neighbors say they did hear a plane sputtering during the time of the incident. In the studio, I'm Brandon Lavornia for WJCL News, working for you.
Thanks, Brandon. Now, Bluffton police are investigating an overnight shooting. It happened near Simmonsville Road and New Mustang Drive. 24-year-old Shanique Lawrence from Hardyville got shot in the thigh. 23-year-old Tyreek Scott suffered bruises and abrasions. The victims said that they were walking when they heard a series of gunshots. That's when they began to run, and that's when the female victim remembers getting shot in the leg. Neither victim could provide a description of the shooter. Officers were dispatched a few hours earlier in the morning to the same exact area. However, they say that they found no victims or evidence of a shooting. And neighbors are speaking out after another Effingham teenager lost his life in a car accident yesterday. Officers say a 16-year-old failed to stop at a stop sign on Marlowe Road and Highway 17. WJCL's Chelsea McDonald is working for you with what neighbors are saying about the tragedy.
Well, Megan, this isn't the first time an accident on Marlowe Road and Highway 17. In fact, one neighbor tells me he sees drivers speeding through the stop signs all the time. A memorial faces Marlowe Road to remember three brothers, Wesley, Garrett, and Eli. The family killed when their truck hit a gasoline tanker last year. And just Saturday, the intersection claimed yet another life.
You couldn't tell what kind of car it was.
Lamar Coleman has lived near this intersection his entire life. He was one of the first to show up after an 18-wheeler struck 16-year-old Raheem Morris.
I was talking to the truck driver, and he said that the car just run out there. He didn't even see him until he done run out there, and he hit him.
Effingham Sheriff deputies say Morris failed to stop at this stop sign. Coleman says that's all too common.
I see them run that stop sign all the time. A lot of them will pull up there and just pull on out, you know, but not that fast like they was going yesterday, but yeah, they run it pretty regular.
A sign sits a few hundred feet away to alert drivers, stop sign ahead. Yet Coleman says drivers still refuse to stop, and he isn't sure what else can be done.
I don't think speed bumps will help, because, you know, they know the stop sign's there, and but I think they need to check the speed.
Well, I mean, you know, they put the bigger signs up and everything, so, you know, what else can you do?
Marcia Purifoy also lives right up the road, and after last year's accident, she thought the additional signs would be enough.
Maybe some speed bumps or lowering the speed even through that area. I don't, but if people are just ignoring it, you know, then that's not going to help.
Police tell us they'll never know why Morris failed to stop, if he did it on purpose or was distracted and ran it by accident. I spoke to a friend of the victim today. He says Raheem was one of the most smartest, funniest, and talented people he's ever met, and he'll truly be missed. Reporting in the studio, Chelsea McDonald, WJCL News, working for you.
Well, several physicians here in Georgia who have been cited for misconduct in the past are now working in Georgia state prisons. This report is according to the Associated Press. The information comes from an open records request. Those records show that 11 out of 50 physicians working in Georgia state prisons were hired to treat inmates despite having prior citations for various forms of misconduct. Some of the physicians were even cited for failing to diagnose things that led to patient deaths. The other side, though, says that prison doctors undergo a lengthy interview process and that their work is regularly monitored. Well, Christmas and other large holiday gatherings are effectively canceled in Sierra Leone. It is an effort to prevent the spread of Ebola there. The nation's National Ebola Response Center says there will be a lockdown on Christmas, New Year's Eve, and Boxing Day. These are images out of the Ebola Treatment Center there and showing the workers getting prepped. Workers must wash their hands in a bleach water solution in hopes of not further spreading the disease. And our weekend meteorologist, Mara Theodore, here to give us the lowdown on how beautiful it's going to be next week, right?
I know. It's been great so far. So let's go ahead and pull up those maps. All right, so what you're looking at right now is a satellite and radar image, and you can see that there's something going on a bit out to the west. We'll be talking about that later on in the show, and up towards the northeast. Also something going on up there. That's that storm system that they saw earlier in the week, but that has since passed through, finally making its way off the coast. As for us locally, we're remaining dry, and not only dry, but clear. As far as tonight goes, temps will continue to fall. We'll reach the mid to low 40s in many areas. We're expecting some clear and chilly conditions, but temperatures right now, well, they are warmer than even I expected. So I'm looking at 52 degrees in Hilton Head right now, 60 in Savannah, but we actually reached the 70s today, 72 in many areas, 54 in Hinesville, already on a race to the low in Statesboro, significantly different at 48 degrees up there. We're looking at the mid to lower 50s in some areas out west, with Baxley hanging on to that 67, 56 down on the coast in Darien. So you're going to want to stay tuned in our Storm Tracker weather headlines tonight. We will be discussing your Monday planner, but also there's a change in the weather that's coming, and I want to give you your next couple chances for rain. And finally, we will look ahead at your weekend because we've got some interesting weather going on there as well. That's it for now. Megan, back to you.
All right, thanks, Samara. Well, it is time to lace up your ice skating shoes. Skate Fest is back here in Savannah. The indoor ice skating is a festive, family-friendly event. It's at the Civic Center. Each session lasts an hour and a half. It is $7 for skaters and spectators, and skate rental is included in that fee.
Everybody comes out and they enjoy themselves. They come out to, skate every hour and a half. I mean, it's fun. I've done it once, but I haven't done it since then, but okay, yeah. It's pretty cool.
If you missed it today, you have until January 6th. The arena is closed on Christmas Day. And coming up after the break, a teenage girl with terminal cancer scored a basket of a lifetime. See her story next. Plus, new details in the big email hack at Sony Pictures. See what else may have been leaked.
And now, WJCL News, working for you.
Well, it was much more than just 2 points. A college student who has a rare form of brain cancer sinks a shot for her basketball team. It's all part of her effort to fight back against the disease that is expected to take her life. Julie O'Neill has the report.
Every day, a question mark. Now in her final stages of DIPG cancer, no one knew if number 22 would be up for playing. But seconds into the game, before 2,000 inside the Harrington Center, the Mount St. Joe freshman reaches another goal of playing on her home court. After sinking a layup, the latest standing ovation for the unsinkable Lauren Hill.
I was surprised because I'm like pumped with energy right now, and I don't know where it came from, but I was just so excited and ready to score. I was ready for that basket.
Then at halftime, another check presentation for The Cure starts now, the cause Lauren is dedicating her final days to. And afterward, this moment in the locker room.
Keep working. You know, the staff right here, we love you, girls. You've got to keep playing, all right? We're not going to give up. You got it.
Never give up. Never give up on 3. 1, 2, 3. Never give up. I'm kind of overwhelmed with the support, and it just really it touches my heart, and I'm so happy that I'm able to touch everybody else's hearts, and that's what it just makes everything so much more special, and makes that basket more special.
I give you this jersey and wear it as another cape because you are a superhero. Thank you, Lauren.
Now, Lauren's family says they are prepared to have hospice care at their home. People who would like to help honor Lauren can make a donation to the Lauren Hill Tribute Fund at the Cure Starts Now Foundation. And we have a look at your forecast straight ahead.
That's right. We'll take a look at how your Monday is shaping up, and some changes are on the way. So you're going to want to stay tuned for your full Storm Tracker weather.
I need someone to show me how to pull stuff and save it. What do? You just pull it and save it to your external hard drive?
I just download it. I press right after you pull it off of Envato or make the video, you right click and press save.
Can you show me after the show?
And it just saves to your computer, your desktop.
Because Connor showed me, but I feel like I wasn't intellectually at that level yet, because I feel like I was still really new.
It's not hard, I'll show you. You can email it.
Connor was like, yeah, press this button and do a twist and then pat your head and tap dance, and I'm kidding.
You don't even have to open Quantel. You get it off Envato.
Well, because I want me anchoring, I need
that's what I'm saying, Envato. You can get the whole show, whatever parts of the show you want.
Okay, and then
you can upload to YouTube, email it to yourself, or just put it on your desktop. It's like literally saving a picture that you saw online.
Okay, we're gonna.
Good evening. I'm meteorologist Samara Theodore. Now time for a look at our weather headlines, what we'll be discussing this evening. First off, we'll take a look at your Monday day planner, and then we will proceed to talk about your next chance for rain. Finally, we'll wrap up by looking at the weekend ahead. Something interesting is going to be happening next weekend. Here's a look at current temps right now. 52 degrees in Hilton Head. Now earlier today we did top off in the 70s in some areas, so warmer than a lot of us expected. 60 degrees in Savannah. Further inland though, much cooler in areas like Statesboro. Very interesting how in Metter we've got a 20-degree difference, 68 degrees there now. Also in the 50s in areas like Glenville, Glenville and Jessup, but Baxley holding on to 67. Now tonight, temps will continue to fall. Much like Statesboro, we will be in the 40s, mid to low 40s for some areas. We are expecting clear and chilly conditions overnight. Again, a lot like your Saturday night. So here's a look at the Storm Tracker satellite and radar image. And the reason I'm showing you this is because we have got a system on the way. It's out towards just north of Texas right now, that area of low pressure, and it's continuing to swirl and push towards the eastern seaboard. Associated with it is some bands of rain, nothing too strong, but then you see some snow out towards the Colorado mountains, and we are seeing some wintry mix as well. Now zooming into our area, we are relatively quiet. We're not seeing any rain, nor are we seeing a lot of cloud coverage, so that's always very nice. But like you saw on the board, that system is headed our way, so things will change fairly soon. But before we talk about that, let's continue with our Monday day planner. A lot of sunshine, a lot like today. Temps will be on the rise. Start off a little nippy in the morning, so make sure you bundle up the kids if they're going to be standing at the bus stops. As we head into the afternoon, temps will top off around 73 degrees in many areas and the upper 60s for everyone else. For your next 3 days, this is what you can expect. Notice the model forecast, that system we just saw there. So as we push through Sunday, this evening, things are quiet. Then by your Monday, not too bad either. It's not till Tuesday morning where we start to get the arrival of that cold front. Thing is, it has it breaking up before really reaching the coastal empire and low country. We will get significant cloud coverage, but what we will also see is a slight chance for a scattered shower. It will not prove to be a major rain event, so that's good, right? For your marine forecast, winds are pretty calm out there right now out of the southwest at 5 knots. Not bad at all. A great day to take out the boat over the next couple of days. Mostly sunny conditions and water temperatures at 56 degrees. And if you want to catch high tide, that's going to be at 8:18 a.m. at 1.4 feet. Sun setting just before 5:30. Finally, look at your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast if you are in fact planning ahead. Plenty of sunshine for your Monday. Tuesday is proving to be cloudy, a very slight chance for showers. And if we do see that chance for showers to be scattered in nature. As we proceed towards the end of the week, things will be quiet, but like I said, we're looking ahead into Saturday where that could prove to be a big rain event. Lots of rain showers are expected for your Saturday. We'll keep watching that. Temperature trend relatively mild as we head into the middle of the week. That's it for now. Back to you, Megan.
All right, well, it could get worse for Sony Pictures. The group behind the recent hacking is promising to release more sensitive data from last month's cyber break-in. In a message posted online, the group said, quote, We are preparing for you a Christmas gift. The gift will be larger quantities of data, and it will be more interesting and put Sony Pictures into the worst state. The hackers, who call themselves the Guardians of Peace, have already exposed a trove of sensitive data, including embarrassing emails between Sony executives. Well, I don't know if you noticed the date yesterday. It was 12/13/14. It was a pretty cool day if you want to get married on a day that's easy to remember. But it's an even better day to be born on. And a little Arizona girl will be able to use her birthday to learn to count. You see, this little girl was born at 10/11 on 12/13/14. Victoria Marie Jones wasn't supposed to arrive until New Year's Eve, so the birth came as a big surprise to Mom and Dad, who are both Navy veterans.
All of our friends were like, New Year's Eve, if you just wait till 12:01 for New Year's Day,
you'll be on the news.
You'll be on the news. I was like, okay, baby comes when they want to come.
Still made it on the news, though. Victoria and Mom are said to be doing well.